In the dusty corners of Brazil's criminal history, one name echoes with both fear and fascination: Pedro Rodrigues Filho, a man who didn't just kill, he killed killers. Known as Pedrinho Matador, Killer Petey, Pedro was no ordinary criminal. He was a self-proclaimed vigilante who claimed the lives of over 100 people, many of them, in his eyes, worse than himself. Pedro's story begins in 1954 in a small town in Minas Gerais, Brazil. But his life was scarred before it even began. He was born with a damaged skull, the result of a brutal beating his pregnant mother received from his father. Violence was Pedro's inheritance. At just 13 years old, Pedro committed his first murder. A local official had unjustly fired his father from a job, and Pedro, in a rage, took justice into his own hands. He killed the man. That single act lit a fire. He ran away to Sao Paulo, and his spree truly began. Unlike many serial killers, Pedro operated by a code. He didn't kill at random. He sought out drug dealers, rapists, gang members, anyone he saw as bad people. His methods were brutal, personal, and unforgiving. Pedro once killed a man during a wedding ceremony, then stayed to dance with the guests. He claimed to have murdered 47 inmates while in prison. Some were asleep. Others never saw him coming. In 1973, Pedro was arrested at the age of 19 and sentenced to 128 years in prison. But Brazilian law capped sentences at 30 years. That didn't stop him. He continued killing behind bars, so they kept adding time. In total, he served over 40 years before being released in 2018. And then came the unexpected twist. Pedro became a YouTuber. He began posting videos about justice, redemption, and his past. Some viewers saw him as reformed. Others didn't know what to think. But the past doesn't forget. In March 2023, at the age of 68, Pedro Rodrigues Filho was gunned down outside his home in Sao Paulo. The man who once claimed to be justice itself met a violent end. Whether he was a monster or a twisted kind of hero, Pedro was a man forged by violence and ultimately consumed by it. His was a story of blurred lines, between justice and vengeance, between punishment and redemption. This was the life of Brazil's most notorious vigilante killer.